Hi everyone. So I'm just popping on some Weleda skin food. While I do that, I'll tell you why we're here. I'm going to do the Foxy eye trend, which is that really pulled up like Bella Hadid vibe kind of eye. So first thing you need is some little hair bubbles like these, you know, that are like the little elasticy ones. Now let me just preface this with these girls, Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, that do this look, they have all had some form of aesthetic help, whether that be Botox, thread lifts, whatever. They are not naturally like that. If you look at photos of them from previous years, you will see that their faces aren't naturally like that. So don't beat yourself up about it, but I'm going to show you a way you can achieve it if you want to. So first things first, you see my hair is down. So I'm going to separate off the top here. I'm going to keep this bit sort of down at the front here. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Anyway, so to test the area that you want to sort of keep down, you can pull on it and you'll see that it'll start to pull your face, which is what we're after. This is one way to do it. If you're like me and you have more of a hooded eye, so you naturally don't have like a ton of space here. If you have tons of space already, totally fine. But it's sort of, this camera's a little bit deceiving because from here, it looks like I do have space there. But if you actually see me up close, and I'm gonna put stab myself in the eye. I'm gonna put a brush here. If I try to do that, there's skin there. So like you can sort of see from this side. Boop, boop, boop. Take a small section of hair here, smaller the better really, and sort of test out where from the front you will see that starts to pull up the eye. Okay, so two options for you. You can either do a little braid there and pull it back, or you can just take one of your little hair bubbles, do the same thing on the other side and tie it behind your head underneath your hair, which is why you want to lift up this section of hair. You can hear noises, that's my husband. Don't know what he's doing, but he's being noisy. Okay, so you can see when I lift both sides. You can also tie your hair up in a really tight bun. Is another option, and something Ariana Grande does a lot. You'll notice that she always has her hair really scraped back. So once you've got that behind your head how you want, you're just going to use your little tie. It's alright if it slips a little bit, because just like any other ponytail, you can sort of tighten it a bit. You really do need to use like a little rubber elastic for this, as opposed to a regular hair tie. It just won't hold. All you youngins, you don't need to do this, but us old birds, we're out here with our bubbles pulling our faces back. Okay, really nice and tight there now. So I have that sort of, I'm still always gonna have a little bit out here, but that's fine, that's just my face. And no one is any the wiser that my hair is like pulled back to my head. Handy. So I'll try and use these as well. So there's some new brushes that I wanna try. As well as just like some that I already have, but there's a couple of newer ones. First of all, I'm just gonna use a Real Techniques brush. I'm just using a little bit of the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I have a lot of veins on my eyelid. If you don't, this is something you don't really need to worry about. I don't usually use a light color. You may have noticed I usually use like a more neutrally brown tone, but I want it to be a little bit lighter in this front section. So for that reason, I am going to use concealer instead. So the next thing I'm going to do is just use a neutral color all over the lid, just to set that in place so that any colors I put on top are easy to sort of blend and smoke out. I am going to use the 506, good lord, the 506 from BTY. It's just a flat kind of brush, and I'm going to use the Tempera shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Okay, so for this first part, I'm going to use another brush from BTY. This is, what number are you? A 514. I cannot recommend this highly enough. I love this for brows as well because it's so small. You can just get tiny little lines. Like, I love how thin it is. It's really hard to get thin brow brushes like that. So I'm going to just use the color Soft Brown from MAC. It's just a medium tone brown. Most palettes have them in it. If you have the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, you could use Burnt Orange. What you're going to want to do is look straight ahead, like dead straight in your mirror. Like, completely relax your face. It's going to feel weird because you're not going to be able to fully relax your face because, you know. But relax your face and just look straight ahead. And you're going to want to start drawing in this line, and you want it to be really high up, like real high up. You see that? So instead of like a normal liner, you might go out here a bit. You want it just to go literally directly up towards the brow. Okay. So we're using our angled brush, and we are going from the outer corner of the eye towards the eyebrow. Reasonably long with this lighter color because it's, you know, no big deal. And there's not as much dark involved in this. I'm also going to take this along my lash line to about the end of the iris. Nearly said pupil. It's been a day. So at this point you can start to draw in your wing shape with this color, okay? I'm going to use that BTY brush that I used at the start, which is the 508, and I'm gonna just blend that really softly. Doesn't need to be neat, you're just softening it off on the top line, okay? Okie doke. And repeat on the other side. This is the hard part, getting them even. Whew, come on girls, we can do it. You want to make this thick-ish, much thicker than you would normally make a wing, because you're actually not going to see this much of it. This is just going to be kind of like haze around a very thin wing. Okie doke, so I'm going to go in with a slightly deeper color now. And it's just going to be a slightly darker brown. I'm going to use the color, I think I want to use Rustic from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I might actually tap into a little bit of Cyprus Umber as well, which is this slightly deeper one beside it. And you're really pressing this down into the base of the lashes, and then you can sort of start to wiggle it up a little bit. So you start at the base of the lash and wiggle up a little bit. Okay, we're going to go on to defining that wing a little bit more. So again, mix your two colors, and you're going over the line that's already there. That's kind of the good thing with this. If you get the line right with the lighter color, then most of your work's done for you. You do want to keep this quite fine out on that outer corner, so it gives you that real lift. So see how it's giving us that real sweep, and you'll see even more so eventually what we're going to do with a bit of black is bring this bit down, so it's going to give it that really sharp angle. I'm not putting any more on the brush, I'm just using what's on there, and I'm pushing up the way like this, and see how that gives you like a bit of soft smokiness there. So it's keeping the depth at the base and just pushing up. I'm going to use this really small brush now. This is a Rephr, I still don't know how to say it, 03. And I'm going to use my soft brown on that, and I'm going to sketch right along the edge of this. I want this to be really soft on the edge. It's worth pointing out this is not necessarily beginner friendly. Like, if you've just got makeup brushes for the first time today, this is not the tutorial for you. But if you have a little bit of experience with makeup, you enjoy playing with makeup, then yes, this is probably more the tutorial for you. Now, in saying that, if you want to give it a go, take your time, have some Q-tips handy, some micellar water so you can wipe mistakes away and crack away. Like, so I'm going to use that deep brown color, and I'm going to go underneath, but I'm just keeping this on the outer corner. And really in tight to the lashes. That's a good thing. You can see what a fine line this brush gives you. Like, I cannot tell you enough how much you need this brush. I think it's like £5 or something. Hold on, let me check. £4. It is £4. Get yourself over there and buy one. It's amazing. So this side is going to look like it has a little bit more on it because I need that for when I'm looking straight ahead compared to this side. But I don't want to bring this outer corner down at all because I'm trying to lift this up. But what I do want to do is just give it a little extra help there. Now I'm using that same brush because it's a glorious godsend, and I'm using the color Noir. I'm going to do the same thing with our black, but we're going to keep the black super tight to the lashes. And I'm going to, and I'm not going the whole way along the wing, I'm just keeping on this outer corner area. And I'm very lightly just going to flick in, like I'm like this on my skin, like barely touching it. And I'm going to take the black right into the inner corner of the eye, just the black. The other colors are sort of stopping at the iris, but I do want to take that black right down and get right into that inner corner and extend it. Okay, I'm going to go, guess what? Back in with my brush. There's a lot of blending involved with this, guys, so I'm going to go back in with my Cyprus, Umber and Rustic, just mixed together on the tip of the BTY 508, and like so lightly. As you can see, there's like no pull on my skin. I'm barely touching, like literally barely touching, like you can barely see the bristles moving. It's just to like so lightly skirt over the edge and blend it. I'm gonna then go back in with my little tiny Rephr 03 brush. Okay, you can sort of see, can you? Maybe need to make you closer. Can I zoom you in? See in this eye, how I've got this very light bat wing shape here? That is a really great way for you to get a liner on with a wing if you are like me and you have more of a hooded eye. Oh, I don't have any cotton buds left, I just remembered. Why? Or do I? No, I don't. I totally forgot I needed to order cotton buds. Damn. So definitely this is better. This is definitely better if you have a cotton bud. But if you don't, use the side of a cotton pad, whoa, and you can sharpen up your line there. You don't want any darkness sort of past this very outer corner because that'll just bring your eye down and make it look rounder, which is not what we want. We want it to be like super tight up. It doesn't look anywhere near as dark on the camera as it is in real life, which is annoying. I wonder if I cover a light. Does that help? So it helps a bit. I'm gonna do my base, so I'll speed through this. This will be the same as my normal like base makeup, which I have posted previously. And yeah, so you can go back and watch that. Okay, so I pretty much have on everything else. As you can see, I've kept it really light up under here. I used my face powder on a small brush. I just got it nice and tight. I used a very light concealer. That's too light for me, really. Just to keep that lift right up underneath the eye. And that, again, just helps with that illusion of lift. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this liner down now in the inner corner before I do my lashes and stuff. So hopefully you can see. I'll try and zoom you in a little bit and hope that you can see okay there. So I'm literally following down this inner corner like this. So see how I'm just bringing it past where my tear duct is, and then I'm going to bring it back across like this. So see the difference it makes when you bring that down. You can bring it down a little bit further, which I probably will do. Okay, I'm going to go and do these Allure lashes. Oh, I was just going to show you the empty box, but these ones. And that video will be up shortly, and then I will be back to just show you everything finished off and throw on a lip. Okay, I'm back. I obviously have no lashes on. Yeah, so I'm going to use the lip liner. Oh, I've got a little flaky flake there. In Whirl from MAC. It's like a nudie pinky kind of color. I already use these on myself, so I don't mind using them straight from a bullet. All my other lipsticks that I use on clients are like in palettes like this. So I can scrape a little bit out on a spatula, but for myself, that's mine. Thought I just broke it. That was stressful for a second. But so you can see, I had to go quite thick with this eyeliner, which was like, I can't begin to tell you how annoying. Okay, so I turned the brightness down a little bit, so you should be able to see a little bit better now. This one's still very bright, isn't it? I'll flick it off. Whoop. So you can sort of see a little bit better there. Now, sans that liner, because sorry if it's a little grainy, but because I've had to drop the light down so much, it's loses the ability to see as well, so it can sometimes go a little grainy. But just so you can see sort of the blend there, what I was talking about earlier. Right, I learnt my lesson from last time. Okay, so that is me all done with the Fox eye tutorial. My face snatched back. You can see the lashes tutorial as well, review slash crisis shortly. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have seen people kind of rocking this kind of look. Is this the kind of look that you like, you don't like? Would you do it on yourself? And yeah, look after yourselves. I'll see you soon.